Why is a stop loss or invalidation so important? Guys, that is going to be the topic of today's video. I'm going to talk about whenever you opening a trade, the importance of having an invalidation of your trade idea. Also the importance of having that stop loss or invalidation already before entering the trade. And I'm going to explain you exactly why that is. So this is going to be a valuable video talking a little bit about the mindset of opening and closing a trade and a little bit about the emotional and mental game that comes along with it. Guys, if you like this different type of content where we are talking about mindset and the emotional strategies behind trading, make sure to smash up the like button down below this video, guys, as that is very much appreciated. So guys, first of all, what is a stop loss or what is an invalidation? I guess most of you guys know this, but basically a stop loss is, for example, that when we open a long position, for example, from the levels right here, we are setting a we are speculating that the price is going to go up because we open a long position, but if the price is going to go down, so against our expectations, we have to set a certain level where we are going to say like, okay, let's close this trade, right? Let's stop this trade because the idea that we had in the beginning is actually not true. It's not right. We were wrong, which is the most common thing that happens when you trade, because there is no trader out there who can be right all the time. Even though good trading strategies sometimes are right 5 out of 10 times. Which means that the 5 times that you lose that trade from the 10, you gotta really limit those losses, and that is what risk management is all about. Because if you can let the winners slide up and get nice gains, but you can limit the losses, you only have to be right 5 times out of 10 and you will be a profitable trader. But it is not easy, it is very difficult. So that is basically what a stop loss or invalidation is. And how can you place a stop loss or invalidation? Well, you can do basically 2 different things. The first thing is to set a stop loss at a level. So you can take the exact level, for example, 25,426. That is the exact level. So once the price tips into that level, you're getting close with a market order, your position is stopped. You can also use a invalidation. That is not really a stop loss, so you don't put that stop loss in exchange, but you wait, for example, until you have a 4-hour close below the low. So you can say, for example, okay, my invalidation for this trade would be a 1 hour or 4-hour candle close below this level. Right now that is not the case. So if we then get a wick down but still come up, then your trade is not invalidated, because you only invalidate with a close below that level. And it can be a 4-hour close, that can be a 1-hour close, but these are basically the 2 different types of invalidations and stop loss that you can use: a specific level or an invalidation based on the structure of the chart, right? A close, or maybe a close below the EMA ribbon, maybe a close below or above the a moving average, right? That is also a possibility. But it is very important, and this comes to the next step, the mindset and emotional game of trading. It is very important to have that invalidation or stop loss already secured before you enter that trade. And why is that? Let me show you guys. So for example, before you open a trade, you don't know where the price is going to go to. This is just basically a fact. You can't possibly know what's going to happen. It either will go up or down. Of course, the chances can be more likely to go up or to go down, but you never have 100% certainty, right? So let's say you want to this is maybe a tricky one, but let's say, because a lot of people were actually bearish at this specific point, because Bitcoin was technically still in a downtrend, right? We are right here on the channel. We really saw the significance right here. We expected this rally, but the majority of the people were actually shorting Bitcoin, and that also created the liquidity for this rally. So that's actually quite crazy, but because the majority was short, we actually could make this significant rally. But if you were one of these shorters down here and you wouldn't have a invalidation, then your account most likely would be blown up, or your trade would most likely be liquidated. Because if you would have used a 2x leverage, and most people actually use a higher than 2x leverage, you would be liquidated eventually. If you didn't close the trade at all, you can see already you would be 80% in profit if that would be on the spot market, or 80%, more than 80% in loss. So what you do, for example, is we set here a, let me zoom in a little bit into the short-term time frame so I can better explain what I'm trying to do here. So let's say your thesis was right here. Okay, we have some resistance coming in right here. When Bitcoin is touching that resistance, I'm going to go short on Bitcoin. But you gotta tell yourself, okay, what if I'm wrong? What if Bitcoin doesn't continue this downtrend and is going to go for a rally? It is Bitcoin. We shouldn't forget that. So then you have to tell yourself, you have to set a level or set anything. You can also say, for example, we are now right now the 4-hour time frame. You just say like, okay, a close above the 4-hour EMA ribbon is already not the case. What is a moving average? Okay, we can take maybe this moving average. This is the, what is this? The 200 moving average on a on the 4-hour time frame, right? You can say, for example, like, okay, the moment we get a 4-hour close or a couple of 4-hour closes above this moving average, my trade is invalidated because things might not look so bearish. But you can also set, for example, a level. For example, you have here we got another resistance. So you can say like, okay, this would be the next level to watch. If Bitcoin then touches this level, which was 17,300, then I'm stopped out. So you could set your stop loss right there. You might set your stop loss a little bit higher above that potential resistance, because you might expect like, okay, we could get that last bounce and then roll over. But you gotta have something in place. You always gotta ask yourself the question before you open any trade: what if I'm wrong? Because there are so many people, they just assume that Bitcoin is going to go in a certain direction. They will just say like, no, Bitcoin is going to come down because of reason A, B, C, D, E. Okay, you can be right. You can be right. Bitcoin can come down because of reason A, B, C, D, E. But which reason or what thing would you need to see in the charts in order to tell yourself, which is very difficult, guys, ask the politicians out there, hey, I'm wrong. I might be wrong with my initial idea. And this is so important, guys, because if you can sit in front of your computer with your trading idea and you can just have a look and see like, okay, I actually thought X is going to happen, but Y happened, and I'm wrong, and I'm going to cut my losses. I'm going to limit my risks, and therefore I only lose a very small part of my trade. A very small part of your account you're losing, which means that with that similar strategy, you can do this trade maybe 10 to 20 times before you lose your complete amount in your account, right? And if you lose 10, 20 times, you definitely should reconsider your strategy, because that wouldn't be a very good strategy if you would lose like 10, 20 times in a row. That's not really a healthy strategy. So if you wouldn't have that stop loss, guys, and let me tell you a little bit about that psychology, that mental game, because trading is a mental game. Everything is mental. The universe is mental. Everything is mental. We are full of emotions, and this is what makes trading so hard. But let's say you're going into this trade right here, like roughly around that resistance. Bitcoin goes slightly down. You see your trade already going a little bit in the profit, which is also something that gives you a little bit validation. Oh, the trade is in profit, right? But then after it goes in profit, it will be in a loss because Bitcoin continues to climb higher. What do? You go to Twitter, you go to YouTube, you have a look at what other people say, right? You want to have your confirmation bias. You don't listen to the opposite direction, opposite opinions, no, because that's very difficult. You're only gonna look online at information to what is validating your idea. The funny part is, guys, is that most people will validate your idea. Why? Because most people will be bearish and most people will be wrong. So when you go online looking for that confirmation bias, you will find a lot of people sharing the same opinion with you. Yeah, no, Bitcoin has to come down. We have to have a capitulation event. We all know that a big influencer Il Capo of crypto. And like I've said in many of my videos before, that guy was really a legend during 2022. Why was he a legend? Because he was confirming the downtrend every time. He was the whole time, okay, Bitcoin is going to go lower. Bitcoin is going to go lower. And he was right often because we were in a bear market. The only thing is that at some moment he just continues to expect that this is going to happen, and it didn't happen because sooner or later there will be a reversal. And you gotta know for yourself, like, hey, it doesn't matter whether you're long or short or what kind of trade you're in, altcoins whatsoever, it doesn't matter. Before you opening that trade, you gotta ask yourself about different outcomes. What if I'm wrong, and how will I know that I will be wrong? Because when you have these rules set in play, you can very easily say to yourself, okay, I don't have any second thoughts. I'm just going out. I'm stopped out. Done. Most of the time you can set a target, right? When the price of Bitcoin just flies through that target, you stopped out, you're out of your trade, you limit your risk, and you actually saved yourself from a huge liquidation event, especially in this specific scenario. Right? And that is really the difference, guys, between being profitable and being non-profitable. There are so many good traders out there who are so often right with Bitcoin and price predictions, but they really have a hard time with their risk management. And if you cannot manage your risk properly, it doesn't really matter how often you will be good, because there can be one trade that blows up your whole account. If you can't stop yourself out, or if you can't invalidate your own idea, you can have 9 trades out of 10 good, but if that 10th trade is bad and you're really at the wrong side of the tracks, you blow your account anyway. So guys, I hope this really makes sense to you. I hope you can appreciate this type of knowledge that I'm sharing right here. If so, make sure to drop that like button. It will increase your karma, because more and more people will see this knowledge as well. But that's why an invalidation or a stop loss is so important, and why it is so important to have it set already before you open the trade, and also to ask yourself the question every time you open a trade, hey, I can be wrong. What if I'm wrong, and how can I find out that I'm wrong? Very important, guys. Guys, then I want to bring your attention to something else. I want to do something new with this channel, and you can tell me in the comment section if you like this or not. But I would like to now and then put some awareness, put some attention to some charities while we have this community anyway. And yeah, I wanted to start off with one YouTube channel that I'm watching now and then, and I'm really open to other charities as well. I know for a fact that some people who are watching this channel have their own charity, because I got some emails also when I was living in Indonesia, that people have some houses for kids, for handicapped kids, which was actually beautiful. I got invited to that, and I would love to see that in the future. But I like to take every week or every month just a couple of minutes where we just go over some charities or people who just deserve to get a little bit shine, right? This is not sponsored. I'm not affiliated with any of these charities. It's just something for a good cause. It's just something important to do as well, right? Just to have a look at people who are less fortunate, and maybe share something that you can miss. I just donated something like 10 minutes ago, right before I recorded this video, to this organization. This is John St. Julian Baba Wanyama. This is a YouTube channel that I'm watching already for quite some time. It is a beautiful person that is creating these videos. The way he talks, the way his energy comes over to me, it's really pure. I think it's a really beautiful human being. He's helping disabled kids in Tanzania, in Africa, and I think it's a really good cause what he is doing. And he's also accepting crypto payments. I just donated some in Bitcoin, just because I like to give back a little bit now and then, and I like to walk the talk, basically, right? I don't want to present some charities right here where I wouldn't send money to myself. So this is something that I will do. Of course, if you cannot miss anything, don't send anything to the charity. If you need it yourself, of course. But if you like to give, if you like to share with people, make sure to just have a look at this channel. Maybe watch some videos. If you get inspired by this guy, maybe give some to his charity. I think it is actually a good cause. If you have a different charity which you think like, hey, that one is really important, I think Jeroen should talk about that in the videos, do that. Put it in the comment section down below. I will have a look at it, especially when they accept crypto donations as well. I might bring it up in the channel in the future. Then guys, if you haven't done so already, make sure to scroll below this video and smash up that like button, guys. That is very much appreciated. And if you like to trade Bitcoin, of course, I'm recommending the Bybit exchange and the BitGet platform. I have affiliate links down below this video, and if you join one of these platforms with my specific affiliate link, you can get additional bonuses, but you are also able to join WhaleAlerts, which is a private Telegram channel where you will get extra information and signals about the crypto markets, about the regular markets, but also about anything that's happening in the Bitcoin space, like BRC20 tokens, NFTs, and so on. Very interesting. So make sure to join one of these exchanges with the affiliate links down below. Then guys, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for watching this video. I hope you got something out of this, you learned something from it. Like I said, if you are new, make sure to subscribe, hit the bell icon so you get notified whenever I'm uploading new videos. And I wish every single one of you a beautiful day, and I hope to see every single one of you in the next video.